YTPC. Welcome back to the coop. Uncle Willie coming to you. Hot, man. I'm not complaining, but it's hot. Went to the post office. The thermometer, temperature gauge, whatever, on the dash. When I first got in the car, it said 90. Felt like 90. Once I got moving, it went down into 80s. I think it's at 83. I didn't check the weather because it's just gonna say hot. You complain it's cold, you complain it's hot. Either way, it don't matter. We can make everybody happy. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be out on the coop. I got some new additions for the coop. As y'all know, I redid the signage the other day. Sorry about that. The one Bigfoot on the end over there looks like he's peeking around the corner. My wife said it startled her, scared her, whatever, a couple times when she brings the dog down in the middle of the night. She opens the door and there he is, looking around the corner. So I got another sign to go out here on the fence, and this one to go in the window out front. And I figured it was time to break out the big boy. Salted caramel. So I reviewed tobacco the last couple days. I'm going to review another one. I'm going to call it a first impression because I don't remember smoking it. I bought it, I'm going to say last year sometime, but the date on it, when I dated it, it's from 20. So it might not have, I might not have purchased it in 20, but that's when it was packaged, manufactured, whatever. I'll tell you how I figured that out just in a minute. It's some Robert McConnell Scottish cake. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I think I kind of remember this because I was a little disappointed in the cut. Here's a flake. It's ribbon cut, but they call it Scottish cake. I can smell burleys. The blends, the reason I think I was disappointed because it says cake and it was ribbon cut. I don't know if I was disappointed in the blend itself as far as smoking it. We're gonna find out here in a minute. I think I was expecting it to be like a crumble cake, but it's not. It's a ribbon cut. It says dark Virginia and Kentucky with a pinch of Perique. Now I think what throws me off is when I purchase these blends and they say Kentucky, I'm expecting the Kentucky to really be stout, like a bold Kentucky, that smoky, dark fired Kentucky. Excuse me, I don't get that in the tin note. Here we go. It doesn't have the Kentucky that I'm looking for. Which I didn't think it would. If there's any Perique in it, it's a pinch like it says. That I'm happy with. Dark Virginias, they're like a mahogany. It's okay. Set it down, let it rest, breathe for a minute while I explain this code to you. That was explained to me in a comment on my last video about the code, with it having the code of A/D/B/B/N. The first letter, A, represents that it's Kohlhausen-Kopp. Now you take the second, third, and fourth letter and replace those with a number using the American alphabet. So A is Kohlhausen-Kopp, D is the fourth day or the fourth month. How was it? Day, month, yeah, day, month, and year. So D being the fourth day, A, B, C, D, 4. Then the third one for the month is B, 1, 2, A, B, 2. So that's 420. And then V, if you count down the alphabet, it's the 20th letter, so that represents 20. So it was fourth day, second month, year 2020. Kind of simple once you look at it and you just write out the alphabet and put a number above it, unless you know which number coincides with each letter of the alphabet. I don't. So I wrote down 26 dots on the piece of paper, went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down like that, and then I counted the dots out as A, B, C, D, and that's where I was able to do it. But the A represents Kohlhausen-Kopp. So you take the second, third, and fourth letter in that code. It'll get in there. And like I said, it represents day, month, year. Thanks to Mr. Yanis for that information. But I asked him, what happens if it's like 27, if it's XYZ? How do you determine those numbers? Because we only go to the 26, but months go, the days go past Z. So if it was the 27th, or do they just not go any higher than Z? And then if it is, they bump it back a day or go forward a day to make it either the 1st or the 30th. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. I don't know if it makes sense in your head, because a lot of stuff that makes sense in my head probably wouldn't make sense in your head. So let's get back to this Scottish cake. It's kind of mild, which that's fine. I can see where it would be tongue bitey if you don't slow your cadence down. It would probably be pretty bitey to some people that are sensitive to Virginias, me being one of them. I don't know why. I can smoke the strongest cigar there is and nothing happens. But I smoke a straight Virginia and it just burns me up. So I'm smoking out of a Boswells Freehand from 21. Nice plateau on the top. Half plateau and half smooth on the end of the shank. I have another pipe with this same stem color. Got a little rustication going on right there, and then a little bit going on right there, and then just a contrast stain on the rest of the smooth. Nice pipe. It's got a tapered bowl, so I figured it would be better for Virginias than using a big wide open bowl. This way it'll, plus with it being a cake ribbon cut, it's not going to expand as much as a flake. So the wife and I have been waiting for Expedition Bigfoot to start back up. It was supposed to start back up yesterday, but then it's been pushed out. They don't have a conclusive date when it's going to start back up. My wife used to laugh at me when we were watching. We'll binge watch it. We'll watch the whole season in one night. But usually we will watch the last season through to build us up to the next season. That way it gives us a little more to watch as we're going through. And when you're waiting for the next episode to start, when it comes back on, it says previously on Expedition Bigfoot. And it'll be like, previously on Expedition Bigfoot, Mariah and Ronnie was camped out above the ridge, and Russell was camped out in the flat right beside the lake, where they were trying to get up early enough to see if they could find any Bigfoot activity before the day starts. I love that show. I can't wait for it to come back. That's why I got on my hat. I broke out my mug. I redid the fence, but now I got to redo it again and put up a couple of these signs. We have our downstairs bathroom. It's done up in Bigfoot. We got Bigfoot signs in the upstairs bathroom. We are believers. We went to Smoke Hole, West Virginia 2 years ago for our anniversary. And they got caverns there. It's a nice little tourist town. So all they got is just a couple little things. I mean, it's, talk about podunk, it's a small, don't even have a stoplight. But there had been a Bigfoot sighting there a couple times. So we chose to go there. Plus we had a friend that went and stayed there in the cabins. Little creek runs behind the place. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna jump. This isn't bad. It's not my favorite. I can smoke it if I take my time, but I know somebody that does like it, so he might be getting this at some point. You know who you are. I hope the dating of the 10s help you out to date your 10s for Kohlhaas and Kopp. So I'm gonna jump. I don't feel like I left anything unopened. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And with that being said, until next time, you know what to do. Stuff them and puff them.